Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for those who have been my continued followers, I want to thank you. And we got to talk about this case that's straight out of Georgia. It has everything to do with illegal immigration and murder, which will probably, this immigration issue, this migrant crisis, is probably going to be one of the downfalls for the Biden administration and the Democrats running for re-election later this year, it looks like, against Trump. So let's get into this case about this young lady, 22 years old, out of Georgia. It's the Larkin Riley case. Georgia authorities identify murder suspect in custody in nursing student slaying. Larkin Riley found dead after concerned friend told UGA police she didn't come home from a morning jog. The University of Georgia Police Department have taken a suspect into custody in connection with the suspected homicide of a 22-year-old nursing student from Augusta University, who police found dead on the University of Georgia campus last Thursday. Police have charged Jose Antonio Ibarra with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another. Wow. UGA Police Chief Jeffrey Clark said during a news briefing last Friday evening, the suspect is not a U.S. citizen, according to authorities. Ibarra measures 5 foot 3 inches and weighs 170 pounds per the Clark County Sheriff's Department booking sheet. Ms. Larkin Riley measured 5 foot 4 inches and weighing 115 pounds, according to the UGA Police Department report. The evidence is robust, he told reporters, crediting campus security cameras in part for the arrest. Clark said he believed the attack was a crime of opportunity and that the suspected killer had no known connection to the victim. Ibarra is not a UGA student, he added. Ibarra's immigration status was not immediately known to investigators, the chief said, adding that he believed the suspect was from Venezuela. And as we know, there are tons of Venezuelans, Mexicans, Africans, Middle Easterns that are coming through these borders without being vetted. Right now, I don't know his full status, he said. He is not a citizen of the United States. Police initially swept up 3 to 4 people during the early stages of the investigation, but were only arresting and charging Ibarra, Clark said. While the perpetrator's legal status is unclear, if the chief's statement is accurate and that he is a Venezuelan migrant, potentially admitted under the continuing special status program, it is past time to recognize the obvious. Maduro has taken a page from Castro's book and is emptying his criminals into the U.S. That's the Venezuelan leader. And we are holding the door open for them, Paul Morrow, a retired NYPD inspector, told Fox News. Furthermore, as the repatriation flights have predictably been suspended by the Maduro regime, there is no mechanism to return even those we wish to deport. So they're sending these individuals over here in flocks, unloading their prisons, sending their criminals. There's a big drug issue. There's a big child trafficking issue along with this scenario with these illegal migrants, not all, but with some, and there's no vetting. Ms. Riley had previously attended UGA before entering a nursing program at Augusta's Athens campus, where she made the dean's list. Very smart young lady. Police were asking anyone who saw anything relevant or suspicious between 7 a.m. and noon on Thursday around UGA's intramural fields and Lake Herrick. That's where they found Riley with visible injuries within 30 minutes after they received a call from a concerned friend who said she went for a run and didn't come back. According to an incident report obtained by Fox News, multiple officers began searching for Riley near the intramural fields around 12:07 p.m. At 12:38, a UGA police officer spotted her on the ground. This is in the middle of the day. Wow. I called out to Riley and I did not get a response, the officer wrote. She had visible injuries and police could not locate a pulse. They began CPR anyway. A sergeant arrived with a defibrillator minutes later and unsuccessfully attempted to revive the victim. Based on the injuries and Riley's physical condition, he suspected that foul play was involved, the police report reads. Investigators were reviewing the officer's body cam for additional evidence. Autopsy results remain pending as of last Friday, but authorities said they were investigating her death as a homicide. Clark said it appeared as though she had been killed by blunt force trauma. Classes and events at both universities were canceled on Friday. Lake Herrick is part of UGA's campus, nestled between various universities' practice fields and Oconee Forest Park. The lake is bordered by a pedestrian trail and has a recreational beach. And they're saying authorities are asking the public to avoid that area while they're investigating it. The last time the UGA reported a homicide on their campus was over 20 years ago. UGA Police Chief Jeffrey Clark said during a Thursday evening news conference, the police said that there was not an immediate danger on campus. Wow. So this just happened to a young, beautiful 22-year-old nursing student who was trying to advance her career in her life and chose a field to want to help others. And unfortunately, it got shot down early by this gentleman who was not even a legal citizen in the United States. And this comes into an effect because we're having almost over 1 million illegal migrants that are going to be entering our U.S. borders. And for Jose Ibarra, who's been here since 2022, and his brother even got detained for a second because he had an illegal green card. And that got found out. They thought he was a suspect at first. This tells you the dynamics of this ongoing migrant crisis, and it's not saying that every migrant is going to be a killer or a criminal, but there's not been proper vetting for the individuals that are coming to this country. If you think about it, when you apply for a job and you're an American citizen trying to get an American job, you have to get a background check, a drug test. Some of them want a credit check. They want a driver's license history. There are several things. They want to know if you've had your COVID shots, your vaccinations, and there are several boxes to check off for the people that have been living here forever. However, this whole border crisis under the Biden administration has turned into a complete disaster. It is decimating New York City as a sanctuary city. It is decimating Chicago as a sanctuary city. And even Atlanta has taken on a sanctuary status. Denver, Colorado, and of course we know the borders of Arizona, Texas, and California are inundated with illegal migrants. And so this is going to put a very big, huge chasm and spotlight on this particular situation that happened to Miss Riley, who had a bright future in front of her, and her life got taken by supposedly suspect Jose Ibarra. It's a very unfortunate circumstance. We need to pray for her family, colleges, communities, cities, states, all throughout the U.S. are not safe anymore. You had a murder that took place in Colorado, the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, and now you have this scenario that took place at the University of Georgia to a nursing student. Tell me what you think. It's an unfortunate circumstance. This has been a Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.